Alright, CSS battle time, and we have offset sort of thingamabobbers. What would you call that? I don't know what I'd call that. But it's offset, which makes me think you make one and then flip it, you know? So I could think like okay, so if we just had a tan rectangle like this, we could have border inline and then some sort of like box shadow inset to make that. We could do a conic gradient to make that. We could do a linear gradient with the border to make that. I kind of like the conic gradient idea better because then I just put the colors in once. Except for the rest of the background. That could be a box shadow. Could just be a background. And then we just flip and shift over the other one. All right? Trying to decide which way to go about it. The border inline to give the edges, it's nice, but it's just a whole declaration just to add those edges. Whereas the conic gradient, we already have to do a background. So that would, yeah, that way I don't have to do the color twice. How do I want to handle the color around the border though? Do I want to just put a background on the HTML? Oh man. Let's start with the background on the HTML, and then we can adjust from there. You know, like this is usually the shortest, quickest, easiest, unless I am doing something additional. Although, now I'm looking at it as making this shape, you know, with the legs, the red square ends, you know, popping up in, and the like this is a rectangle here, and then this is a rectangle here. And my mindset was making that shape. But maybe I need to look at it more as this shape, and then we just have these pop outs, you know. And that could just be as simple as the body having some box shadows. Man. That would work. So I could do this purely with box shadows. I could set it all up on the HTML and then margin down the body to be the right size. And then, yeah. So everything goes into a box shadow rather than a conic gradient flipped. All right, let's do our conic gradient thing first. I'm already, you know, like I just kind of want to explore that. I'm pretty sure that box shadow idea is going to be better. Conic gradient. Yeah, okay. So we're doing 3/4 beige. And then we're going to red. And it's going to be at syntax, we're going to be like 100, probably more than that by 40. It's more than that. Let's see, how much is it? From 20 to 70, so it's 50. That looks right. And then we're coming from here, 140 to 310, right? Yeah, 140, so that's 60, 160, 170. Okay, let's move it. all the way down. And yeah, let's margin it into place too. 40, so 70 on the top, 40 on the sides, and I think 20 on the bottom. Yeah, I feel like this isn't going to be the greatest. Let's go 150, 160. Okay. Oh, and it needs to be longer. Oh. And then we need to repeat. It doesn't need to be longer. It needs to repeat horizontally. Look, that doesn't work. That does. Okay. Oh, no, it doesn't need to repeat. I need to margin this better. Made it too big. This one, 80, 90, and that one is 40. Okay, that's better. There we go. So we have our shape, and then we can put in a paragraph tag. Yeah, I think the box shadow method. Let's just finish this for good measure, because we have to give this height 200. I don't know why I put pixels on it. I don't need pixels on height. Margin is going to be 0. I think it's like 210. There it goes. That looks better. Let's throw the outline on it just to make sure. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's figure out our scale to get it flipped. -1. Easy enough. And now we can margin it into place. So we're going to be like -50. Okay, yeah, 0. And 50 on the bottom. And so this is going to be like also -50 and 50. I think yeah, margin collapse is being a pain. All right, let's get rid of the period. What am I doing? So the top grew. Yeah, the top grew. So I do need this period. There we go. That's looking a bit better. Okay, I guess it's working. -70, 68. Okay. Good enough. Let's hit submit. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's not great. Let's reduce, and then let's go back and do that box shadow method. Keep it real simple that way. Okay, 166, that method, there's a few more pixels we could, characters we could save with the pixel values. I'm not going to chase that right now. I think we're going to get significantly better doing this differently. All right, let's select HTML. Let's go background. No, not background, box shadow. I can type. I promise I can type. There we go, box shadow. Okay, we got it. We got it in there. How do I want to start this? So I think what we can do is an inset 2" 0, and we can make it this color. And then we'll make it bigger. We'll do an outer box shadow for the red. 0, 0, 0, 9 inch. We should just make this 9 inch so it's not an issue. And then make it red. Now we can margin it down to be that outer barrier, and that's going to be, what was it? 50, 80, 70. Okay, top and bottom, and then 40 on the sides. Okay, got that going. Let's go ahead and just make the body right now and do its own box shadows, and then we should be able to just put those up in the HTML one, and it'll work. Alright, so the body, we're going to move up. We're going to margin it up 50. Okay. 50 on, that's going to be the right side. Left side is going to be like 200, and bottom is going to be like 200. Okay. Not 200. 150, 160, and this is 220. Perfect. All right. Get the outline out of there. Now, it's going to pick up the box shadow inset that we already have on the HTML, and that's how it will become one of these tan ones. But let's do our box shadow, and we're going to go to 100 by okay, no, I'm having another thought right now. I'm thinking about that large expanded red box shadow that I have. For some reason I was thinking that would just go away on the body, and I wasn't thinking it all the way through. I can probably do a font 0 on it, just use em values, em, you know, font base values, and then erase it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm in trouble thinking of anything better. Nope. 220. Okay. I think we're gonna need to do color. It's gonna be our beige color. And then we don't have to keep redeclaring it. Now we're gonna go -50 by 200. Oh, I had that right. 210. -50 by 210. And then 200 by 210. Not 200. 180. 170. Ugh. Okay. So those are my 3 box shadows with the color. So I think I can throw it up here. I can change this to M and then do font 0A. Okay, so let's pull these off. I think they go on top this way. Okay. Good. Let's take our color. Okay. They are showing up. I could just change the color to a different one, like, you know, change this one color to red. Let's change that to a star so everything carries over. Okay, so the only one, there's 2 that are conflicting. The one to the right, which is probably this one, and the one below, which is probably this one, and this one. No, they're both going to be doing that. Because our vertical, yeah, see, there's two. Okay. All right. I could use the color property and make them all red, and it wouldn't matter on this one, and then change it back to this on the body. So we go X, V, and then we do it here. And then what I could do is here I can get rid of this color. Don't need it anymore. And then it's already getting deleted size-wise, so when it changes back to this color, it's okay. That one I do have to put the color in. Yep. Okay. I think that's the solution. Hit submit. Let's see if we got it. Where are we at? 207 right now. Let's minify and then fix our values, pixel values. Maybe our margins too can be percentages. One can hope. All right, we're already at 151, so it's already a win. Let's see what 220 turns into. Doesn't look like it's gonna work. Okay, let's check 160. Seems okay. Let's hit submit just to make sure I'm not missing something strange. 7040 is fine. 210. What do we got for 210? I'm sure I've checked this recently. 70 VH. Nice. All right, and then 220. I know that one is going to be 11, so 55 VW. 50, 170 and 50 is what I got left. All right, 180Q or 45 millimeters. Let's do 45 millimeters. You know, that was for 170, right? Yeah, I already forgot. Because how often do we use millimeters? I never do. All right, and then my family just pulled up, so I need to finish this up quickly. 53Q. It's about to get very loud in here. Louder in here. All right, let's check it all and call it. 145. Cool. Hope you're having fun with this. I will catch you later.